Hello again, it's your buddy Jake here at Psycho Opinion. We are doing something really fun and special tonight, and that is that we are revisiting the Pactolus Lights. And I will tell you, not to spoil or anything, but we have some answers. And is it paranormal? Is it not? I think that you really are going to want to stick around until the end to find out what we discovered. If you have any interest in the Pactolus Lights or have ever heard anything about this before, this is a very special episode, and our reveal is something that I have not seen or heard before involving the Pactolus Lights. So please stay tuned and enjoy the show. Thank you very much, as always, for watching, and we'll see you here in a minute at Pactolus Lights. All right, here we are, back at Pactolus Lights. Dun dun dun.
I literally just saw a big old light as soon as I did this.
You don't hear that? I heard a noise.
There's definitely animals out here. Deer, coyote.
Here comes a car.
Almost a squatching. Let me try this one more time. I feel as though I see a little bit of a light down there, but I don't know if it's my eyes messing with me from the...
Yeah, I thought I saw something flash.
Yeah, me too.
No. I saw a very bright light happen immediately the first time I did it. I don't know if you, Rob said you didn't catch it on camera. My eyes might be screwing with me, but I feel as though I see like a dull light down that way. Is that just like, like what do they call it? Optical memory?
Flash.
There you go.
Yeah, flash.
You catch that, Rob?
Yeah, where like I can see with my eyes, I don't see it on camera.
I saw it.
Hopefully it got picked up.
It's right there.
It's like a quick dart. Like right across.
I think my eyes are fucking that. They're coming walking towards me. Now it's recording.
You mean that whole time it wasn't recording that?
I'm pretty sure.
It wasn't recording.
I thought it was prepared for me.
I'm sorry. So we missed a bunch of good shit.
What the hell?
Well, it's still going.
It's going like gangbusters right now. Guys, it's got to be them over there.
Well, shall we walk forward?
I wish they'd answer their stinking phone.
Maybe they don't answer their phone.
Because they're busy ghost
Send a
hunting.
text.
Yeah, that's somebody with a flashlight, guys. And they,
We're communicating.
Is it Morse code?
I don't know. I wish they would.
Oh, there they go. They did it back.
Yeah, it's us.
We just got all haired out about a flashlight. But what's the red lights? Maybe they have red lights over there. Maybe you should go talk to them and say, hey, what's the red light?
It's Roxanne.
The cool thing is I'm going to get scared to death by a deer out here. I'm going to walk along and boom. Do we want to...
Sorry, Rob, I'm like real close to you.
It's all good.
Don't know why.
Obviously, we got something going on over here, so...
What was that just walked across? I guess there's 5 of them. They can have like different lights and shit, right?
Yeah, I'll follow you, Steve.
I'm gonna be right here in case you have to go. You can go or you can stay. Up to you.
Found footage horror movie.
If they don't come back, I mean, I'm jetting. I'm not going to go looking for them. I'm just saying it's not that kind of horror movie. So, just so you know.
Go away, bug.
You might have a good chance going to look for them because you're a woman. You'll probably survive this shit.
The final girl.
I wonder how far of a distance I have with this thing.
Oh, yeah, they're silhouettes. Nice.
I was also wondering if it could still hear us.
Bright. Whoa, what the hell?
That was them, right? Those are out of
I
Steve.
guess. Yeah, maybe they're looking back at us.
Okay, so their light looks about the same as the other light, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that kind of debunks it. It proves that it's a flashlight that's out there. Like 2-year span or something.
Mm-hmm. Very bright. Looks even brighter on the camera.
I'm gonna tell you what, though. If that is a flashlight like a mile away, I want to know what brand of flashlight that is, because that shit is bright.
Well, she said she had, if that is them, she said she had like some pretty cool flashlights, and what was it, sort of like a strobe light or something she had?
I guess. Can you even see them?
I can't see them at all. Wait, is that them?
Yeah, I think that.
I mean the lights that are going on right now?
Yeah, I think so.
Hmm.
Kind of a bummer if it's them, because it's all mystery.
Come on, light, come at me.
Come at me, bro. Talk shit will squirt you.
Like, I want it to chase me down. I do.
See you running from the light. You know where I'm gonna be? Right fucking here watching you run from the light.
I'm not gonna run from the light.
You're gonna let the light consume you?
Yeah. Hopefully it'll possess me.
Yeah. Well, if it does.
It'll make the podcast more interesting.
If it does, you. Yeah. Next time we have a podcast on Thursday,
Yeah.
we're all gonna be normal. And you're gonna be like,
It'll be
spitting
like
shit out.
it'll be like Late Night with the Devil, but like podcast style.
You're gonna be like, hey, welcome to another exciting episode of Psycho Opinion. And you're just gonna be like,
Like vomiting, yeah, vomiting split pea soup.
Like, oh, Jen finally got as gooey as she likes. Yeah.
Finally got my wish.
Maybe a gooey creature. If you got possessed, I'd have to
Hey, where'd it go?
cross over and put it on
Oh.
for it, because I've always wanted
Is
to
that
know
it?
if that
Yeah.
works.
It's like I lost it for a second.
If they can hear us, I wish they would show us their light from where they are so we can kind of compare and contrast. See, like right now, there's not really a light, but I can see a light with my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't see anything now. Where'd it go?
Like I can see a light right there,
Oh.
but it's like not a light.
Oh, flashing. A reddish flashing light for a minute, and now it's gone.
See, now that's the other peculiar thing. Like, if we want to play devil's advocate here and say this thing is real or not real, per se, how does it show up on the camera but we can't see it?
Whoa. Bright as book.
That looks like a flashlight.
Like maybe they're coming back.
But I feel like I see shit that
But we
doesn't look
saw
like
that
a
before they
flashlight.
went out.
Yeah.
So. Is the battery on this thing good?
What the fuck?
Yeah. So that's a no, right?
No, that's a no, but I think Rob's got extra batteries.
Mm.
But I don't know where he has them, though. Probably in Steve's truck, I'm sure, but Steve probably locked his truck. See, right now. What is that? Because I don't see a fucking flashlight. That's the part
I
that's
see a
bugging me
light.
out.
It's still right now.
You see it out there.
Mhm.
You don't. You're saying you see it in real life.
No.
Yeah, but it's on the camera. Like
Yes.
why? Why would a flashlight... See, now I see a light, and it's not on the camera.
That is peculiar.
You see what I'm saying? Do you see it?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
right
do.
there.
I do see it.
But that's not on the camera. But then what was the fucking light that was on the camera?
Where? Oh.
That's so weird. Here talking. Right there. The light's on the fucking thing, but you can't see it.
I see it on the camera, yeah.
You can't see it. Okay, there's like...
Oh, I see it in real life. Not on
in
camera.
real life. I can only see it make believe.
I'll tell you what scares me more than seeing this light, because this doesn't scare me that much, is like occasionally we'll hear like a little twig cracking and like snapping, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Well, that's probably deer.
Is it, yeah, is it like an animal? What kind of animal?
Last time we were out here, there was a fuck ton of deer. Like, we shined our light out there and you could see like 100 eyes, like,
Yeah.
on the wood line. I have zero fucking clue. Like, I really have zero fucking idea of how far away they are.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like 1 minute they're like 100 feet away and then the next minute they're like half a mile away?
Is this like a straight road, or is it winding?
I think it's straight. It looks straight on the Google Maps. Like a straight trail, because I think this used to be the train tracks.
Well, I heard something, and I was trying to figure out where I heard it from.
Too much shit on focus. Let's keep on slowing down.
It's definitely them, yeah. They approacheth.
That'd be embarrassing.
I see multiple lights now.
Now it's like an alien conspiracy.
Like three
It
or
looks
four
fucking
lights.
cool if you didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Here come the ghosts. They're coming right at us.
So you found people.
I did. I wanted to see what all the hubbub was about.
So was that
That was them.
It was them?
all of it?
Yeah.
Okay, they have red lights too.
That's their brake light. I had a vehicle down there too, and it's a way. I mean, it's a mile up there, easy.
Yeah, we couldn't even tell how far you were.
Yeah.
It's forever.
What's going on, guys?
Hi. Hey.
What's happening?
All right, guys, let's
Got
do
excited.
Let's do this. You ready? Here's our reflector.
And we know nothing's down there.
Currently.
We know it now. We didn't know before.
There's
Car.
that's a car. Yeah.
Shit. So even when you were down there's something that Jen and I noticed though. Like when you guys were down there though, there were still lights that we could see on the camera, but not in person.
I can't even see your headlights anymore.
I noticed that.
I can't even see your
With
car
night
at all.
vision, I could see lights that we didn't see.
Like that kept happening, so I knew that wasn't flashlights. Seeing. I feel like that's a roughly. I feel like another like.
Does one of them have a red light?
Yeah, there's a red light on somebody's camera or something.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, all I see now is lights.
Yeah, and it's them. Where are we going? I do think it's cool. I know it's scientific or whatever, I'm sure, but how, like, in the camera, I can see, like, all these other little lights.
Oh yeah.
Now it's gone.
That could
Now it's
even
gone.
that could even be like their flashlights way back there maybe.
Yeah. But I think that's normal. I mean, I think that's a normal flashlight type thing. The whole little lights, you know, like kind of around it. Like right now, I can see it.
Oh yeah. I got got you. See, we didn't see any of that shit the first time. The first
It's
time we were
pretty.
here, it was weird.
My light's a little brighter, but instead of doing this, what these guys are doing is they're walking like this. That's why the light's not.
Let's see what that looks like.
Illuminating everything else. They're doing this. That's why you're getting a little bit of that.
Yeah, if you're really, really, really far away, I mean, where you're at, we can see your
they
pants
are.
and
They're
shit.
far away.
Yeah.
That's why.
So I'm not going to say that there's nothing, but I am going to say that most of it and most of what people see is probably people on the other side.
Are we going around to the other side?
I do believe.
Do you still believe?
Nice. Go. Get out of here. I got like Mothman in here.
Oh, that's that bug I saw earlier. Oh.
We went to Pactolus again. Steve, talk about it.
Oh, damn. Right into it. Yeah, so we were able to go back after our original findings of what we anticipated was Mater's ghost light, being a white light that turned red. And at the first, sorry, finishing. Gotta finish this. First time we were out there, it was unexplained. We all were kind of taken back a bit by it, with the fact that we couldn't. At that point in time, we didn't know that there was a road that ran perpendicular to the area that we were looking at, albeit about a mile and a half out. And so, going back the second time, fortunately, we were able to experience a very similar thing to the first visit that we did. And sadly, although in a lot of ways it's not sad because I enjoy debunking things, we were able to determine that it was both headlights and brake lights from passing cars. So this trail is open on both ends. It has a road on both ends that run slightly angularly perpendicular to it. So headlights that go one way would be seen as white lights, and a vehicle traveling in the opposite direction, you would catch their taillights, hence the red light. So I felt pretty positive that that was in fact it. Rob and I walked the whole damn thing, and I don't know if we caught anything. Yeah, I mean, it was quite the walk. We did see a game trail out that way, although no animals this time, no deer's eyes, Jake. So, but we did see a lot of fireflies this time. So, which was one of those things that we had thought that could have been a possibility, but
we did rule the
coloring was
fireflies
off.
out.
We didn't, but they were certainly more yellow than the white light that we were seeing. And then, of course, we had Tracy out there, who had a flashlight and a group of people on the opposite end, and so we were playing tag back and forth.
Yeah, to be specific about that, we had one group at one end of the mile and a half trail, whatever, and then when our group was on the other side, so you can get kind of an idea of a group on each side, basically looking at each other through the trail, amazed at the lights that they're seeing.
Yeah, at the opposition. So I think that is highly likely. I know. I think that's likely the case when people go out there and they see lights. It's either from cars or from other people on the other end of this trail trying to do the same damn thing. So. Jen, you only went out there once with us most recently, but I feel that you're on board with this conclusion, right?
Oh yeah, I am. I think the creepiest thing for me was just like when it was kind of quiet, I could hear like some twigs snapping, and I was like, "Crap, is that like an animal?" But that was the only thing that like kind of creeped me out.
So I'm gonna try to get the footage together to possibly even like splice it maybe right now to show you, but. The only thing I was curious about is that there were some lights that we saw on the camera that we couldn't see with our eyes, looking over the camera. I'm pretty sure there's probably a pretty good explanation for that as well. The camera is like an infrared camera, so I'm not really sure what that would pick up on. That did happen to us a couple of times, but I mean, the majority of it, we got there, we're like, oh my God, look at these lights. Oh, it's going fucking nuts, blah, blah, blah. And then we realized pretty quickly on that it was the other group, and they were probably on the other end doing the exact same thing. And to back Steve's point, I think a lot of people that go out there, because this place is very heavily visited, and I think a lot of people that go out there probably are seeing another group on the other side and are like, holy crap, the lights are moving and blah, blah, blah. And, we didn't think it was flashlights, but when you hold your flashlight at a certain angle that far away, it definitely looks different than it would, a lot closer. So
Just in the hour that we were out there, I know there was at least 5 or 6 vehicles that passed by on our end that we had originally parked and stayed at. And then when we went to join Tracy's group on the opposite end, there were several cars that drove by at that point in time too. So although it's far enough away where you can't hear a vehicle driving by, and because it's so far out with so many trees in the way, to block a majority of the headlights, you're just getting these real small little glimmers of light come through. So it's easy to misconstrue that as something paranormal when I feel it's most certainly just the headlights and taillights of a vehicle, sadly. So
we were
Well,
definitely.
also there was the house kind of at the other end of the trail, against where we were, and also a church on that side. So maybe some vehicles are parking there quite a bit. I figured that might have been what it was the first time that we saw, because it was a red light. So maybe some type of brake light from a car waiting at that private residence. Maybe
mhm.
kind of hard to like think of anything else it could have been after that. We didn't know that was there at first. Now that we know, that explains what we saw the first time. So I don't know. If we do go back, I guess it's looking in the direction other than where we have been. What
Yeah, I'm
we've
probably
seen, the
gonna-
phenomenons we've seen, are basically say we can vouch for what we think they are, and it makes sense of what they are.
Probably going to go ahead and say that this case is going to be closed for me. I'm going to be looking towards something else. Unfortunately, for those non-skeptics, we really don't have good news for you. And I'm sorry. I would have liked it to be as real as you probably want it to be. I'm not taking any great pleasure with telling you this, but I did feel like we had a duty to tell what we found and be honest.
And everybody who's been out there in the past has had stories, especially the believers, the true believers of something paranormal going on out there, will ask the question, well, what happened 100 years ago? Or why have people been seeing this for so long when potentially there weren't as much or many vehicles on the road, or any vehicles on the road for that matter? And I couldn't tell you. I think for something like this, it's going to take 50, 60 years before it becomes a kind of an urban legend anyway. So, I don't know how much of the stories that I hear and people tell that I really truly believe. I'm sure they've been passed down through generations, some of these older ones. And for somebody who goes out there without having a analytical mindset, they could easily be swept away with those lights as being something different than what they are. And then just to reiterate, going back to when we looked at the map, Google Earth, we just didn't travel far enough along, keep scrolling to see that there actually was a road back there. We didn't figure there was any way that any light could get through from that direction anyway. But once that was made known, there's no coming back from that. So I'm gonna say that this one's debunked on my end.
Well, what about like any feelings? Did y'all like have any like other than like just like the normal like just kind of spooky? Was there any kind of like weird kind of feeling that you got?
We did the first time, but I think it's just we spooked each other out because sometimes that happens. You go somewhere start seeing what everybody's talking about, and then you're, spook yourself, work yourself up, spook yourself up, get your adrenaline pumping. So the first time, I will say that I felt uneasy because, everybody's talking about these lights, and then all of a sudden we're out there seeing them. And I had no idea that there was anything on the other side. So I really do think that my imagination made me see what I went out there to want to see. And now that I know what it is, I mean, quite honestly, I feel a little foolish, but
It would be foolish to continue to say that there's something going on out there when I clearly believe there isn't. But once again, I'm not going to tell people what to think or what to believe, and we all have our thoughts on what it could be. But my money says headlights and taillights, so I'm going to stick with that.
Jen, Rob, you got anything to add?
Well, some people have had stories of the light actually like coming up to their car and going over it, things like that, which we haven't experienced that. What we have seen, we can not 100% verify that it was vehicles and flashlights from other people, but that explains what we saw our 2 times out there. So unless we have a more definitive experience, that's going to be my pick as well. But there are stories of other people having unexplainable events happen to them. So.
Oh, of course, we don't speak for everybody.
Yeah.
We speak for Psycho Opinion. All right. Well, if y'all got nothing else to add, we're going to go ahead and...
I did just want to say that I do also feel foolish because I thought that it might be like swamp gas or something, and it ends up being a car. That's all.
Headlights and taillights, as Steve said.
Yeah.
Chasing some tail.
Nothing
Jason.
more, nothing less.
All right. On that note, there's no reason to drag it out. We don't speak for everybody, but that's what we saw. Enjoy.